I first moved here, I found a country that was very, very shy. A city that didn't want to tell everybody how great it was.
We played with anything. Sometimes we just took old rags, tied them up and kicked them around. Other times we used the bladder of a pig.
Rich kids had the soccer balls and we'd steal them.
Freestyle for me, it's like dancing. Even if there's no music, I feel like there's music. The ball brings that music for me.
It's magnetic. Like as soon as I start doing anything, people will just gather and I have a crowd of people.
I don't think anybody knew the potential that the culture of football had here in Canada.
It's really developing, it's only getting bigger, it's only getting better, so definitely MLS, playing for Toronto FC is the goal.
My name is Patrick Penman. I'm a co-owner of the Football Factory, Toronto's premier sports bar for soccer or football. There was a gap in the market. No one was doing like a straight soccer bar. We had a bunch in the city, a bunch of like, ethno-specific pubs. And I grew up in the 80s, so my friends were from every different walk of life, and on football days, everyone split up, right? So we needed a place where everyone could come together because football's the world sport and everyone's got a granddad from somewhere else.
I'm Rocco Mastrangelo Jr. I'm the owner of Cafe Diplomatico. We'll be celebrating next summer our 50th anniversary. It started off as a typical or a traditional Italian coffee shop. Over the years, it changed. Years ago, we started to do big promotions around World Cup and Euro Cup soccer. We ultimately ended up capturing every ethnic group.
You're going to get little pockets of certain demographics of people, and I think the reason why I like to come to this part of the city is because I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I'm at my grandmother's house, having an espresso, eating a panzerotti. It just feels like it's right.
In any given day, you can have, Serie A playing at the same time as La Liga, at the same time as the Premiership. So you can have all of these conflicts. You want to just make sure that football fans get the benefit of that.
The tendency is more of a younger crowd, so you would find, the ages would be anywhere between mid-20s to mid-30s.
In Canada, I think we're really trying to push and develop the game of soccer, and I think we do love it. There is passion, as you can see with TFC and a lot of things that go on here. In Canada, it is very hockey heavy, but at the end of the day, soccer, it's the world sport.
Football's it's the people's sport, and it's the sport that the majority of the world plays, and it's got a fantastic history. We love to be a part of that.
Soccer was a focal point for any community. It was taken very seriously because it was more than just a soccer game. You had the upper hand if you beat him on the soccer field.
They used to have what they call a bladder inside the ball. We couldn't afford the bladder, so we used to stuff it with paper until it was solid and then play with that. Pig's bladder we used to get. My dad used to bring them home, so we'd blow up a pig's bladder and put it inside the leather ball and...
No, we wouldn't even do that. We'd just kick
No?
pig's bladder around. Yeah.
My name is Steven Stupar. I'm originally from Yugoslavia. I came to Canada in 1954.
My name is Wilfred Spencer.
And I'm Derek Shaw.
Derek and I both come from Stockport in England.
We've known each other for 60 years.
My name is Samuel Khan and I was born in the UK.
I'm Christian Jack. I'm a soccer analyst for TSN. Back in England, it is everything there.
That's all the country spoke about, football, and culturally it's sort of ingrained.
When you were 2 or 3 years old, you were kicking a ball. So you played soccer from the day you remember.
Youth leagues into adult leagues. Played all those years until I left and came to Canada in '66.
Soccer balls were the premium.
Oh, the rich kids, they had the soccer balls. We stole them from them.
We played with anything. Sometimes we just took old rags, tied them up and kicked them around. Other times we used the bladder of a pig and blew it up. One time a friend of mine who had a family in the United States, they sent him a football and we didn't know what to do with it, so we played soccer with the football. It was comical.
When I was a little boy, we played on cinder pictures because we didn't have soccer fields around us. We started at 10 o'clock in the morning and we played there till it was dark. And then you go home and I'd spend half the night stitching the ball up because the cinders tore the ball apart, right? But that was one of the things that you had to do.
We didn't have much. In the playground we used to have a wall. And on the wall there'd be, you know, a painted sign of some nets. And that's what you'd kick against.
When we came to Canada, we realized that there's other sports besides soccer. People were not kicking the ball around on every school field. They were playing football, they were playing baseball, they were playing other sports. In Europe, you are a one-sport culture. In Canada, you're a multi-sport culture. And soccer was just a small part of it.
There was no soccer going on at all. It's only through the likes of Derek and some of his friends that they started these leagues with some of the Europeans that came over.
We formed 2 teams here in the area that we lived in. And there's another Scottish guy. He produced 2 teams as well. And we played leagues against them. And that lasted quite a number of years.
The timing of the games in Europe helped the growth of the sport here because there was nothing else going on at that time. So it wasn't competing for the hockey audience. When you wake up in the morning here, live sport is still there and it was a European game and that certainly helped it.
Now I find that it's become more a Canadian thing.
And believe me, it's come a long way in Canada now.
And one of the reasons is that we have Canadian teams. We can associate, we have role models, we have exposure to it, and that helps build a new generation.
You go to games over here now and you see like at the BMO field, it's full. It never used to be like that when it first started.
But it's slowly getting there. I think football's becoming more and more popular in this country.
It's a tough task because there's so many sports vying for entertainment dollars. The only way to be successful is to win, to put your heart and soul in it. And it can be done. It's a beautiful game, it's a simple game. It has all the ingredients of a chess match, of a 100-yard sprint. It has everything. It's just a beautiful game.
freestyle is for everybody. You can put your own spin to it. You go by your own pace, right? It's freestyle. You get to create your own. The best place freestyle have taken me, took me, was to Africa. That was one of my biggest dreams, to go to Africa, and freestyle brought me there. Swirl in Canada, right? But I've traveled pretty much the entire United States doing it. So like Chicago, New York, in Times Square, we've had the Jumbotron, or us freestyling on a big Jumbotron in New York. A lot of people are like, how do you get that kind of vibe? But you know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
My name is Jamie Bruno. I am a professional freestyle soccer player. I've been doing freestyle soccer for almost 10 years now, I would say. I think it's a long time.
It's a funny relationship. When he started freestyling, he was better than me, but I had a year of experience over him. In 2008, yes. We compete against each other in the Red Bull Street Style. I beat him.
So I went to the competition and I got knocked out first round by some Jamaican dude, Dennis.
Right, I beat him, knocked him out. The following year again, I beat him again. This guy trains like an animal. I love that about him.
He's always positive dude. He's always telling you like, it'll be alright, don't worry about it. Ever since like I joined the team, he always made me feel super welcome.
We've been freestyling together for maybe about 6 years now or so.
We do get annoying. I'm annoying. He's really annoying. Dennis will turn up the AC all the way up, and then go on the blankets like this. Bro, why are you turning the AC all the way up if you're gonna go on the blankets like this, man?
It's my brother, my freestyle brother.
Yeah, it's my big brother. It's my big brother.
Freestyle for me, it's like dancing, even if there's no music, I feel like there's music, the ball brings that music for me. I guess I put my own Jamaican jiggy to it.
With freestyle, you might not be able to do what this guy does, but like you're still having fun. You can still stand out and blend with the community, right? So it's not like discipline that it's like, this is the way that you play. It's freestyle for a reason, so you can just do whatever you like, and if it looks cool, go with it.
Our slogan with Swirl, it says, all you need is a ball. And that's all you need.
It was still my dream too to be a professional soccer player.
You had to sacrifice a career for us.
I stopped playing soccer for them, yes.
But he put all that energy into the kids and playing with them and teaching them.
When I saw they were more passionate for the soccer, I say, I'm gonna give my 200% to help them.
That's all we spent our life doing was soccer practices, soccer games, tournaments. If it wasn't one, it was the other, or it was all three. So soccer's been everything in this family.
It's in their blood.
Nicholas Osorio.
Anthony Osorio.
Jonathan Osorio. 19 years old.
23 years old.
25 years old. I play for Toronto FC3.
Toronto FC2.
Toronto FC.
Born in Colombia and came here when I was 11 years old. There is more soccer, and that's what you see.
Because he played soccer, and every Saturday we would just go to the games, and I would take the boys, and then they would be playing with, you know, the other players' children. So I think they were raised in that environment, and we never really forced it upon them. They just happened to like it.
He runs at Bernardes. It's Osorio! Jonathan Osorio! And a lovely finish from the Canadian.
Soccer has been their life, and that's when they bonded the most, playing in the basement.
We just used to always go to the basement every day, play with each other.
No, that's something that I love from them when they were small, because I didn't have to tell them, go and play in the basement. They would just come from school, do their homework, do whatever, and then only to hear downstairs, boom, 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 you know? So that was good. I go, they feel it. They wanted to be someone.
There'd be days where it got really competitive, literally to the point where we drove our parents crazy.
Decided to build a net, huge net, so they can kick the ball as hard as they can. So I built it up 2x4s and a construction net. I go, here, do whatever,
But
just
they
kick the
managed to
ball.
break that. They did manage to break the net, but even though it's really hard, and the ball, we had holes all over ours.
I was always repaired this and that, but it was great. I feel so good.
Yeah, it was good, man. I think it actually helped us. Like, we got a lot better from it. And,
When they got to the age of 12, 13, 14, they were showing more and more. They were getting better. People were just talking about them. Oh, your son is a good player. Your son this and that.
It was a dream of theirs, and we encouraged it, and we were hoping that, you know, they would make it. But I mean,
You never really think of that, you just push it so it goes that way. Then, you know, start saying, oh, just wish they'll make it.
when Jonathan did, you know, sign with the TFC, and it was something that, wow, you know, one of our kids made it.
One thing that I'm very proud of is that in the final this year, I was the only Canadian that played. I think I showed kids that you can dream and you can make it, you can play. I even feel like I did that for my brothers too. I feel like my brothers believed more after the final.
That's huge, just realizing that my dream is possible.
It's not every day you see, you know, siblings like us in a sport. I feel like, yeah, we're creating kind of this kind of wave and with people our age and people with similar dreams to us.
Not just to me, but for everyone. It means everything, and including my parents. Soccer has brought us closer together more than ever.
You know, that they've had to take time off from work sometimes, like leave work early to take us to training or to games, things like that. So it definitely doesn't go unnoticed. We've always been grateful for them.
My brothers especially too, you know, they push me to be better and I feel like they look up to me. I like having that responsibility. My parents have sacrificed so much for me to be in this position, and I think that's why I work so hard. There's no way to repay them, but if I can repay them by working hard and achieving these things and that makes them happy, then I'll do it.
All we could do is just, you know, put 100% effort in soccer because, you know, we owe it to them.
There was a lot of people talking about the Seattle final of 2016 and that Toronto FC deserved to win the final. It's a lot of nonsense. They didn't deserve to win anything. You go out there and get it.
We were favored to win, everything. During the game, the way that it was going, you think, you know, we're eventually going to get one and we're going to score. To not win it was tough. It's heartbreaking.
When I first moved here, I found a country that was very, very shy. A city that didn't want to tell everybody how great it was. And then the next generation of people have come along, the people in their early 20s are completely different to the generation before that. they're very aware of how great Toronto is, and it's now Toronto versus everybody.
I think when I came to Canada, people coming from Europe enjoyed soccer, but the Canadians themselves did not. They were hockey. Now I find that it's become more a Canadian thing, and one of the reasons is that we have Canadian teams.
Toronto FC came at a time when that growth of knowledge, that amount of games that you're watching was just starting to explode.
I don't think anybody knew the potential that the culture of football had here in Canada.
Toronto is the perfect place because of all the different ethnicity, you know what I'm saying, different culture of people, you know what I'm saying, everybody had their own flavor.
I think it's going to be great, and I think we're going to win this year. It's a great fan base, and there's fans from all over the world, and that's what makes it fun to see a game there.
Soccer is a worldwide sport. It gives our team it gives our city that inclusiveness.
TFC brings energy and passion and life. We sit in our section, everyone's alive. No one's just watching. Everyone's in the game, involved, watching every minute.
It's do or die for us. I'm here every single week. Like, I travel with the team if I can. It's a lifestyle for me. It's not like a game.
This is massive. We need redemption for last year.
They don't deserve to win anything. You go out there and get it.
It's crazy. I can talk about this feeling forever. That feeling and what happened last year, it helped this year. And there's not one player in there that I seen had doubt. There's no way this guy does it two times in a row. We're not gonna let that happen. When we got that goal, it was just like, the first goal was like relief, kind of. But you're still concentrating on the game. My head was in my hands. I couldn't watch, I was so nervous. When we scored the second goal, it was just pure joy. Joy I can't even explain to you. I'll never forget the feeling in the stadium. And I remember I lost feeling, I just lost feeling in my body, and I fell to the ground, and then my family came on the field. There's just so much that happened in that little span that I remember everything, every little second.
Canadian champions, Supporter Shield champions, MLS Cup champions.
Once you've won something, you create a reference point in the mind of people that will never leave them. And then you become winners.